So there are two things, guys. Now we, as a part of this program, are supposed to execute projects. So what will you do now? Ideally, the expectation was that each and everyone who joins the team or who joins with us while doing the project, he should have been through some data analytics training so that that would have made work easy for them. So now what is my suggestion? The people, I think one person is saying that he has not been through any training. So what will you do now? I will give you a suggestion. Okay. So now the thing is, you have to gradually build up yourself. You have to gradually start studying when it comes to data analytics. So what will you do, guys? There are a few things, like you have been watching us, you have been watching the recordings, you have been watching the videos, what all skills you have been using. So start yourself upscaling using those particular skills that we have been discussing till now in the project. What does it mean? So guys, we all, when we did the first project, most of you did use numpys and pandas. So what are these numpys and pandas? Yes, these are the libraries. Numpys and pandas are the libraries which can be used in the Python, and these are basically used for data cleaning. So what if there is a person who is very new who says that he has not yet done the training? So what will you do now? Guys, go ahead, train yourself in the Python. People use R language as well, but Python is very necessary at least to get a view about how to data clean, how to do the analysis. That is going to be the first step. Okay, and the second step for everyone, even if you have completed your training, the second step is that I want you all to do some of the trainings in Power BI as well. It won't take much time, just a quick training would do. So what we have done is, from our end, we have added a folder. For our end, just to give you an upper hand, or we had come across some of the training documents. So we did come across some of the training documents. So we have put all these documents in one of the folder and I have shared with you. So how does this folder look like? You all okay? Now, as we talk, right, I'm just sharing my screen to let you know what I am talking about. So this is something very important, guys. If you know these things, then you will be in a position to perform. Okay? Now just look at this. This is a folder which is a master. This is a master file for you all. I'm just sharing this link once again in the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group that we have, the internal community that we have. I'm just sharing this link once with you so that you can all have a look at it. Master link. So it's very important to speak about these things, because gradually throughout the month, throughout like 1.5 or more, for the complete 2 months, these things are going to be, you will have to follow these things very sincerely. So you should know how things should function, and then you can start working. Okay. So in this particular file, guys, this particular file is going to be a master file for you. So now I was talking about this. You can see this folder at right side. Guys, just give me a thumbs up so at least I understand. Guys, just give me a thumbs up, please. Okay, chalo, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we have added this particular folder as an addition. So what we are doing is, if we open up this link, complementary learning link, if we open up this particular link, we have updated a few training material that we have come across at multiple platforms. So we have been collating this stuff. We have there are a few things. So what our idea is, so we are thinking that whatever project that we are doing, we will be uploading the relevant material according to that project, so that you guys know about, okay, this, you can consider this as like a complementary thing that you have. Ideally speaking, this is not a part of program, but yes, let's see. And then now what I was talking about, Power BI. So Power BI is a very simple training, is a very common training. It won't take much time, guys. Power BI is a business intelligence tool that can help you to create visualizations. So why I'm talking about Power BI is now, because Power BI is a tool which have independent requirements coming in for it own as an independent skill set. So have a look at this Power BI skill set. If you have not done till now, just go ahead in the YouTube, or you can refer to this document, the second document that you see here. You can refer to this document. Uh, at the same time, go ahead, watch some of the sessions, then get how it works. We are not asking you to do it in one day itself. Over the period of time, over like a couple of days, over 2 to 3 days, just keep practicing about how you can use Power BI. So now the people who have not been through the training, they will have a look at some of the recordings when it comes to a SQL, get some idea about the SQL, then get some idea about NumPys, get some idea about pandas, get some idea about data cleaning. So all these things you have to take care of, guys. That would ease up your thing when it comes to project execution. You sincerely will have to tell yourself, okay, now I will have a look at all these trainings, I will work on all these trainings. That is what you have to say. Now, whatever happens, all the activities that you will be doing, you will have to update the status here in the activity link. Then attendance will also have to be there. Attendance link is also here. Then the activity link, then the project folder. Whatever project we are covering, all those projects are going to be updated in this particular folder. So now, in this particular folder, here we go. So project 1 is already completed. Project 2 is already completed. You are supposed to do that. Then the project 3, we have just started it. I have not shared you enough some of the documents wherein you can answer the questions. We will talk about this particular folder now. Okay. So we'll talk about this particular project now, today. So one after another, all the projects will come here. So the expectation from you will be, suppose if someone has missed the earlier sessions, if someone has missed the Munnar dataset, you have to watch the recording of that session here and execute that particular recording. Then you move into another part. Okay, it's because it's a gradual stuff that you have to proceed. The basic project was Munnar dataset project. So once you do the Munnar dataset project, you will be in a position to understand what all things you have to do as a beginner, as a fresher, and then you can gradually move on to the dataset which is into Airbnb dataset. Then you move into the dataset which is into employee dataset. There are slight changes here. Like Munnar dataset is a basic dataset. Airbnb dataset is also a similar dataset. You can either download it from Kaggle, or we have also updated 2 of the datasets there. The whole intent is to let that sync going. To you is we want you to understand about how to proceed, what all things you should do, and accordingly we can just execute projects step by step. So if you have like not completed a Munnar dataset, watch that particular recordings, watch these recordings which are there, complete the Munnar dataset, and in parallel you can watch the live recordings as well. Complete that, then proceed. These projects are not going to take much time. One day is good enough for you to complete the pending project. In addition to that, we also have one thing in this particular folder. That's spy files. Okay, now I'm just opening this Munnar dataset. So here you can see IPYNB file. So if you open this IPYNB file, you can refer to this while executing your project itself. So similarly, in all projects, as and when they come, you will be getting this IPYNB files or PY files as and when required. Okay, so you have to use that. And another thing is, you also are getting reference technical recordings. So reference technical recordings is going to be the key part. So there is a person named Dipanjan. He is a professional who is working currently as a data scientist. So we have conducted some of the programs earlier, and out of those programs, we have come up with some technical recordings, which are more focused on showing you how to technically execute those projects. So now what we talk in the call is we give you a direction, we'll tell you about what all things you should do. But for reference, if in case you guys are new, or if in case guys get stuck, or if you do not have that much confidence about solving that particular project, then you will be using these technical recordings. Those things will also come into the master sheet. If you refer to the row number 15, this is the technical recording. Okay, now if we proceed further, if you refer to the day 3, this is again the technical recording. So the first half project Munnar dataset, we broke it into 2. The first half recording was related to data cleaning, data analysis. It was related to that. The second part was related to visualization, and it was related to more descriptive analysis. So there are two technical recordings. So similarly, as and when we proceed, there will be different recordings as well for each and every project. So you do not have to worry about that. We have got that particular thing very much covered. Okay. So even if you are a fresher, we know that even if you are very new, then yes, you can watch these particular recordings. Okay. Mm. Got it till now, guys? Just give me a thumbs up, please. Okay. Chalo. Now. So this thing is done. Chalo. Thank you. Thank you for the reaction. So now you got the base. So what is Airbnb? So the people who have not yet completed or not yet attended the call earlier, what is Airbnb dataset? This Airbnb dataset is somewhat very similar to Munna dataset. In Airbnb dataset, you won't find any PI file or IPYNB file. Okay, Airbnb dataset. But on the request of a few, we have updated some of the datasets there. In fact, we wanted you to download it from Kaggle so that you yourself, there are multiple datasets in Kaggle. But once you go in Kaggle, you can have a look at the multiple datasets. Then you can choose one of your choice. Okay, keeping in the mind what you want to analyze. So choose that specific data set and then work. That is what my basic requisite from you all is. Because what will happen when you explore multiple data sets, you will start getting idea about what different data sets have. What all are the contents of the different data sets. You all will be having that core idea. So still my suggestion is to go explore Kaggle. You will understand what Kaggle is if you have not already registered in it, and then start exploring those things there. Download some of the data set there, see what all analysis you have to do, like price, then location, then ratings. All these columns will be there, right? So what you can do with the price, you can see that, okay, price you can do some correlation of the price, then you can do it with the ratings, then where the location where the different things are set, and then you have to do. And then there is no specific IPYNB file in this particular folder. I am referring to this folder. Like as of now, I've updated two data sets there. There is no IPYNB file in this particular folder because the way of working is same as Munnar dataset. So go ahead, refer to the IPYNB file which is there in Munnar dataset and execute this particular project. That's very simple. Okay. So this is now the base thing that you have to do, and throughout the completion, we have to keep following these things. First is watch the activity, update the activity, do the thing, and then activity is the thing how you complete the projects. Or now, let me show you that activity as well. Activity form. You already know it. You all have been joining the sessions, but now it's the time as we are starting. You should be well aware about the proper execution path, or else you will get misled, or you will just land up in a problem. So now, what will happen? So it's LinkedIn, guys. Everyone have to ensure that you have updated your LinkedIn link when it comes to execution of the activities. Why is it important? Because you all guys will interact with yourself on LinkedIn Communicator. So what will you do? Like there are 6 people who I can see currently on the call. So once we receive your LinkedIn profiles, I will share your LinkedIn details in the WhatsApp group that we have. I will share the details in the WhatsApp group that we have, and then you have to send a connection request to each other and build a community, a small community, a small team like of thing. So be in each other's network, and then you start executing the projects. And on the basis of the activities sheet, that whatever you update here, I will get an idea about what activity you are doing. Like who has completed Munnar activity, who has completed Airbnb activity. So we will be calling out these names of those people who have completed those activities. You try to be the first person who complete this. You try to be the first person who completes this. But yes, whatever the status is, we will try to share it. Like XYZ person, like Ritesh is there on the call. Ritesh is there in the group. Like Namita is there in the group. So Navneet is there in the group. Parmeshwari is there. So have you completed this activity? That would be the question. If I see that Parmeshwari has completed one activity, then I will say that okay, Parmeshwari has completed Airbnb dataset. So others who get stuck, ideally speaking, you should not. But if you get stuck, they can reach out to Parmeshwari on her LinkedIn communicator. Use this as a formal communicator, guys. Use this as a formal communicator so that you get a chance to interact with other, each other, interact with each other, and come up with the solutions of the project. So others will understand. Okay, Parmeshwari has completed Munna dataset. And if you are unable to complete, if you have some of the queries, you can text Parmeshwari on the LinkedIn communicator saying that, hey, Parmeshwari, I just saw that you completed the project. Is there, I am getting stuck, or can you add more value? Or do you know how to do this? I'm getting stuck here. Munna dataset, Airbnb dataset are very basic things, so you won't get stuck. But down the line, guys, we will be talking about more and more complex projects. So yes, that is how you all will be interacting. So now LinkedIn. Update your LinkedIn ID here, ensure that you update, and one by one execute these activities. Activity 1, activity status, activity 2. You just have to keep following on executing these activities, then ultimately you will also complete in the process, you will complete all your multiple projects as well. You just have to complete these specific activities. Okay, now, okay, so now you know that how are we going to work when it comes to the project execution. Okay. Now let's talk about it. Now let's somewhat talk about Navneet is there on the call, Parameshwari is there on the call, Shalaka is there on the call. So now see, yes, how many of you have already completed the data set which is Munnar data set? Okay, great. So now what will happen is, who all has given me a confirmation, I will share the LinkedIn IDs, assuming that you have already updated the LinkedIn status as well. They're saying that okay, Parmeshwari or Shalaka or Namita or there are two more people. They have completed their this particular project, and then you can, if you get stuck, then you interact with each other. As you have to work as a team, you will have to work as a team, and your LinkedIn communicator will be your platform wherein you communicate with each other. Guys, and be supportive now, because after we complete these calls, you will be having the entire day. You will be having the entire day to execute projects. At least put your 4 to 5 hours in the project completion part. That is going to be the key thing. That is going to be the most important thing, because if you do not reserve your time for project execution, then you will get stuck. You won't be in a position to execute the projects. As simple as that. I'm expecting few more people to be there as a part of this call. But yes, the thing is that we have given that liberty to the people who have some genuine reasons. They can also watch. In fact, you also, if in case, you can also watch the recording later and can do it. But your primary thing should be fix your time at 11 o'clock as you are available. Fix the time, accordingly come in the live call so that you get the complete flow from here itself. Working professionals who are working, okay, it's okay if they watch it the recording afterwards. The people who are having the exams, some of the people are having the exams now, it's okay if they watch it later, but yes, they have to watch, they have to complete the recording, they have to watch the recording, and then yeah, then they have to update the status. Okay, now let's talk about projects. Now you know how do you work, what all things do you do. Now we will talk about projects, the current project. Okay, now see, we started with, I will show you one file, guys. Okay, so what is this file? Just give me a thumbs up once you see a different file. Can you all see this file? What is this? Yes, this is the resume. This is the resume snapshot of what all things that you are going to work on. Okay, now if you see Munna dataset, Airbnb dataset, I'm just pasting these things in the WhatsApp community now. Now the project 1 and project 2 is Munna dataset, Airbnb dataset. This is the detail of self-accomplished project. You all will have to maintain a copy of your resume by updating the skills that you accomplished while working on those projects. Okay. So now I just pasted this. So but what will happen is day after day, day after day, day after day, as I have said this thing in one of our earlier connects as well, you will have a complete list of projects that you will be there having in a master resume. Then you can accordingly choose projects while applying in the Naukri job search portals, or while going ahead and sharing your resumes with the recruiter. So now what will happen? Munna dataset is done, Airbnb dataset is done. We have already discussed about this thing, and now we are currently in employee dataset. Okay, so now let's talk about employee dataset. What are you going to do different in employee dataset? Because anyone who has already started working on employee dataset, see, as of now, we have not shared you the details, complete details. So most of you might have not started working on that. But the primary expectation was to download those softwares which were required to work on this particular data set, and to set up an environment. These were the two requisites that I was expecting from you guys. So what I'm talking about is there in the activity sheet. If we talk about this activity sheet, now I can see that this particular activity, download Python 3.10.8. I'm just sharing this activity 3, and what else? Activity 4. Activity 5. I'm just texting it here in our WhatsApp. Team. Okay. So now people might have downloaded this, people might have set up an environment. Guys, any one of you who have already downloaded this or completed the activity downloading of those softwares, please give me a thumbs up, please. Okay, chalo. So people have done that. So what is the next step, guys? In earlier projects, you have directly used the data sets that were shared with you. But now, while you execute this project, what all things you will do? I will tell you first that. When it comes to employee data set, ideally speaking, you should know, okay, which project you are doing, what are the systems that you will be needed to complete this particular project. So systems needed in the sense, we have spoken about the software that you have to install. We have spoken about the environment that you have to set up. So systems have already been taken care of, if in case you did it using that. Then you have to fetch the data set, and what you will be doing here, using here, as you have downloaded PostgreSQL, you will have to use PostgreSQL. Now, if the question is, okay, sir, can I do it using some other SQL? Let's try to do it using PostgreSQL as well, because PostgreSQL, we have whatever we have shared, the data that we have shared, it is matching somewhat, and more goes with the PostgreSQL. If you use some other data set, then you will other SQL, then you will have to get that particular data from the from what we say internet or something. So don't do that. Start using the same thing, PostgreSQL, and the version that we have shared, so that you all are on the same page. And when you interact with each other, probably it's going to be like, okay, everyone is on the same page, or else again new complexities will arise. And there are only slight changes in this particular software. Like PostgreSQL, talk about that, and MS SQL, you talk about that. There are slight changes, and you can easily work on this particular SQL. That's the reason why we have knowingly updated this as PostgreSQL. Okay, now what you will do, you will use pandas. So we have already discussed about pandas. You will use data cleaning, and here data wrangling, data cleaning. Then here what you have to do is reduce memory footprint that you have to do here. In earlier projects, I don't think we reduce memory footprint, but here you will do that particular thing. Then descriptive analysis, then visualization. Okay, so these are a few things that you have to do. Okay, my bad, guys. I'm just sharing this file. You might have not been in a position to see it earlier. Here we go. So I'm talking about this. So SQL, PostgreSQL use karo. Then after that, pandas may we will use data cleaning, data wrangling, reducing data memory footprint. Then in numpys and pandas, you will do use descriptive analysis for that. Then seaborn or matplotlib for visualizations. And as I am asking you guys to use Power BI to learn Power BI as well, learn Power BI. If you are not doing it now, maybe like we have the journey, guys. It's going to be a journey where we will keep executing the projects. So as soon as you complete executing those projects, to do the analysis using Power BI as well. As simple as that. Let's take things very easy, but at the same time plan things well and execute. Okay. So now this is what you are going to do primarily when it comes to employee data set. But the way of working is going to be different here. Now, why is it different? I will just share a folder with you so you understand what the difference is. Now watch this. Where is your folder gone? Daily activities, project contents, employee data set. Hmm. Guys, there are two files which are shared here. I'm just sharing my screen. There are two files which are shared here, schema file and dump file. So just do a quick, how many of you are aware of these two files, schema and dump file? Okay. So the people who are not aware of it, schema is basically a structure of data set, columns and all these things, basically a structure of data set. And then you have to update using these two files, dump file and schema file. You have to come up with a proper data set. Okay. So now if you are not aware of this, don't get much worried about this because it's not that complex. In the in the reference technical recording or in the py files or related files, you will be getting an idea about this as well. Okay. So now, but these are the two files, SQL file and then schema file and dump file. You have to use these two files. You have to make a data set. Now what else are you going to use with this? Now here is the key difference. I'm just uploading one of the files. I'll upload content, employee data set. Wait. So you will be getting this specific py file. Okay. Use this as a reference file. And what else you will get? Now you will get some of the notes related to it. TB text. Find the pounds. Find pounds of each indicator. Here we go. So now this is going to be very important. Guys, look at this instruction. So these are the things that you will have to answer. Like what are the things when you create the data set, what else you will do? So these are the things which are related to DB setup. You will create the DB, you will set up the DB, and then you have to, how do you do? Let's first run schema file, then dump the file. If you are trying to do it incorrect way, then you will get error. So whenever you are updating the file, first you have to run the schema file, then you have to dump the file. That is how the creating the actual way. Okay. So if it's going on top of someone heads, it's something which is very basic. Just if you just chat GPT also what is schema, what is dump, you will get an idea about this. So now you don't have to worry about all these things. Start making use of the trainings, what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say. You use all this information and start working on the projects. Okay. Now the different thing here is, now these here are the activities that you have to do. Okay. And once the data set is ready, you have to check the data inconsistency. Then you have to find which department has the highest average salary of an active employees. Give some plots to show how the average salary department survives. Then which title have the highest average salary. Then distribute the salary across titles. So what you are doing basically is, with that data that you have, the data set that you have, you will do all these analysis in a form of visualization. So afterwards, when you complete this data, when you actually someone sees this data, he understands that okay, this department is having the average salary of maximum average salary as compared to other departments. Is it really proper to give them more salary? Are they doing that work, or is it that it's just a mismanagement? So that is how they will understand. If they realize that okay, the people who are there working in that particular XYZ department, more people are there at the same level, like there are more managers, and there is no proper pyramid, proper hierarchy. Pyramid in the sense, it all starts with a fresher generally, then the fresher reports to a junior associate, then he refers to associate, then a junior assistant manager, then a manager. So a formal hierarchy is generally maintained in each and every project. So you have to, so people will see okay whether that is properly being maintained. So what will happen is, if the proper hierarchy is not maintained, suppose if there are like more people who are like assistant managers who are working the same thing that you have to do as an associate, then what will person do? If it's the associate manager, then he's he's getting paid more. Is he really required in that project? If he is not required, they will have to change him to another project. Why is the need of two associate managers if the team size is less? So now what happens is, it is your data. You analyze the data, and you are able to speak through the data. So you are able to tell the team, you are able to tell the stakeholder that okay, this person is having so much salary here. So that is how you have to work on that. All good, guys? Understood till here? Hmm. So similarly, now this is the advanced project, advanced data science, data analytics project. So by the completion of this particular activity, you will be expected to answer 15 questions. Okay. So now you have to start working on this. If you are still stuck in Munnar dataset, see, if you have completed either of those datasets as of now, even if you have completed Munnar or if you have completed Airbnb, it's okay. If you have completed Munnar, then directly pick up this dataset, employee dataset as well. Don't work on Airbnb dataset as of now. Yes, in parallel you can work on that, but start this as well. If you have already completed Munnar dataset, okay. So the people who have completed both Munnar as well as Airbnb, it's good. You can directly start working on that on this particular dataset. And the people who have completed Munnar, they can also start working on this. But in parallel, you have to also do Airbnb dataset. Okay, working on Airbnb data set will open up your mind, and again this is the advanced project that you see on the screen till now, so you will get all those things. Okay, but the people who are explicitly looking for jobs when it comes to data analyst roles, they have to work on data sets which are Munnar, Airbnb, employee data set, all three. Okay, and then we will be moving on later on. We'll talk about our internship project. So in this week, employee dataset execution is going to be a key point. Along with employee dataset execution, we also will be starting the internship project. You will have time to complete that particular project. We will start that. We'll give you an idea about that, about how you proceed, what are the expectations on all these things, and then we will also start one of the projects which is into machine learning. So which is going to be that project? Just let me show you. Mhm. So machine learning project is into kyphosis. So it's basically binary classification problem to identify the presence of kyphosis condition. So here you have to use your, this is just a heads up to you guys. Random forest classifiers, SVN, decision tree, logistic reasoning. You have to create models using these POCs. Then you have to select one of these models. And yes, data analytics will be there as well. So the people, everyone who is there in the call, they will have to work on that as well. So these three projects primarily is the target for this particular week. Okay, all good, guys. Guys, all good till here. Sorry. So guys, things are going to be very interesting as and when we proceed. Things are really going to be very interesting as and when we proceed. Then now the thing is, we have already told you कि क्या use करना है when it comes to employee data set. Now this is your primary area of focus. First thing is set up a platform. Okay, now let me go to the activity sheet. Here we go. Now the activity sheet is here. You have already done this activity. If you have not done, just do it. Activity number 5. Activity number 5. Then after that, there's going to be another activity which is activity number 6. Give me a sec. So guys, your journey is going to be very good and it's going to be very processed, very well defined. You just have to be focused and you just keep executing those things that we are asking you to do. Project contents. Give me a sec. So activity number 6 is going to be basically answering those questions. You have to start answering those questions and that is going to be the expectation. I will also share you the file. Okay. These questions that we just saw. Here we go. Activity number 6. I was just typing this. So here, activity day 6. So now the questions that you saw, employee data set में the questions that you saw, so that thing is already updated in your masters for in your project folder now. Just refer to that and your thing should be to follow those complete things. Employee data set questions answered. Answer the questions using tool. Now see, this project is defined into like, first you will have to do some analysis here also, right? So like currently working in first half of the project. Okay. Then if you are still working in first half of the project wherein you got data cleaning, data wrangling, then you have to update this status. Then what else? Now questions are there, right? There are questions like 10 to 15 questions that you're supposed to answer. Now less than 5 questions answer, more than 5 questions answered. That's it. You're still working on the previous project. Okay. So now this is the activity sheet. So now you have to update your status here. Activity sheet have been updated. So once we log off, what you will do, I will give you one recording first of all. You have to watch that recording. You already know what all things you are supposed to do, but you will watch that recording first. and you then start executing it so that your life becomes somewhat more easy. And in that particular recording, guys, don't take those recordings lightly. We have actually, those are the well defined recordings that will give you more upper hand than others as well. We have shared you that insights, like in that particular recording, Dipanjan have shared you those more insights which can make your work very easy. Okay. Now what I'm doing, the master folder that we have spoken about. The master folder is today's day C. Day. So what all we discussed today? Hmm? So what all we discussed? We discussed about employee data set project. Hmm? Discussed the road map of the week. So what all things we are going to basically cover, and then we discuss some other basic stuff. It was all you already know it, so no need to mention it. Then live recording. So all those people who have not yet watched this video, who will be watching it, like if in case you miss any of the sessions, and then if you are supposed to work on that, what will you do? First, you have to watch the live recording. Now where it is, see, the recording will come here. Okay, you have to watch the live recording here. Then this is the recording which we are currently discussing. This is the live recording which we are currently discussing. So if in case you miss any of the sessions, then you have to watch first the live recording, then reference recording, reference technical recording. Now see guys, this is the recording that can actually help you to understand the technical stuff. You can basically see what all things is are being done there. So those things have life have been made very easy for you, because we do understand, yes, you are a fresher, although you have been through any specific training, but we don't completely rely on you to execute those projects. From our end, we have done what best we can. Okay, so use these recordings, use these things. Wait, I will just share you this reference recording. Just give me a sec, right? Employee data set, right? So the reference recording is, let's just keep following this particular table, okay? This master sheet. This sheet is going to be a very key sheet. If I want to make some additions or some enhancements there, I will be doing on the same sheet. Then what else? These are the demonstration recordings which I am just about to update. Here we go. Recording one, employee data set, recorded two, employee data set. So in this particular recording, I think some tasks are given to you, and here it's the actual execution, actual demonstration. Okay, just open it. Okay, so no issues. So one by one, refer to these recordings, technical recordings, and start executing the path, executing the project. Because every day is going to be interesting. You have to take this particular time seriously. Add all these things. Do it on your own. Don't just copy paste things. Although we have designed py files wherein you can't directly copy paste, however you can just use it for your reference. So yes, you can use it for your reference, but watch out all these recordings and you can start following it. Okay, so very important stuff. Okay. Where is it gone? Okay, guys. So all good till here. Okay. Chalo. So what will you do next? Watch the activity sheet. See where you are currently stuck. If you have already completed the Munna dataset, see whether you have downloaded the softwares which are required for completion of this particular dataset. See whether you have set the environment. If you are getting stuck somewhere, watch the reference recordings. Watch the reference recordings. The first reference recording, if I recollect it right, it's the explaining you the overall project and setting up the environment. Like Dipanjan has also done it from his end to show you how to do it, some basic things. And there is one more PPT. There is one more PPT in the project folder. You can refer to that as well when it comes to execution of the, or setting up the environment. So there is one more PPT which is there. You can refer to that as well. Then once done, start working on analysis part. The demonstrations of those things are also there as in a form of video recordings. So go ahead, do it. Go ahead, do it. So tomorrow is going to be still be about this particular project itself, employee dataset project itself. Okay, I just want to remove this. As of now, your focus should be on only this particular. As of now, only this particular recording. Do it. Then tomorrow we will connect. Tomorrow we will probably talk about employee dataset. Tomorrow also you can work on the same project, and then by tomorrow we will also open up the thing which is into internship. So tomorrow we will discuss about detail about how to execute the internship. So today and tomorrow you can first of all focus on employee dataset, and day after tomorrow you can start working on your internship project. I think that will make much sense. Okay. So as of now, start this employee dataset project today itself. Then tomorrow also you will have a long day. And whenever required, if I feel that okay, this project people are getting stuck there, if required, ideally speaking, it should not happen. Then we will give you the extension time for that particular project as well when it comes to project execution. So, guys, you do not have to worry. Just systematically follow what all things we are going to talk about, what all things we are going to say, and ultimately you will realize that you have the best projects. You have the internship, and as we talk about internship, guys, all your details have been taken ahead for internship offer generations. Most probably by today evening or by tomorrow, your internship letters will also be coming to you. So keep an eye on the email box as and when you get the internship letter. So just have a look on that as well. So that's it from my end, guys, today. All clear? Okay. So, guys, we'll catch up tomorrow again at 11 o'clock. We'll catch up tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Be focused, and I will right away share you some of the links like LinkedIn link and your wherein you can interact with each other, wherein you can take help of each other while executing the project. I will share you the executive status as and when required, and that is what is going to be. So, guys, be all pumped up. Start working the way we have discussed now. Keep working on that, and we'll see you tomorrow again at 11 a.m. So we'll keep connecting at the same time. So block your time, and once we are done, what you are going to do now? You have some time. You have the time. At least put 4 to 5 hours in executing these projects. The people who have not gone through any learnings, they will have to go through the learnings now, or else the project execution will get tough for you. But yes, if you learn yourself, learn, upskill, execute, learn, upskill, execute. Start from the basics. Start from PowerPoint. If you want Power BI, not PowerPoint. Start from the Power BI and execute at least the project using Power BI. Then in parallel, learn pandas and numpys and execute using that as well. That's it, guys, from my end. So guys, let's see tomorrow. Let's catch up tomorrow at the same time tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Take care, guys.